The Bay Area has a housing crisis. Some experts say it's actually a housing catastrophe. The Bay Area may have the worst housing affordability in the nation, which has created financial hardship for families and seniors, gentrification, and displacement. The lack of housing affordability means people are moving far away and then commuting back to work every day, creating ever-worsening traffic gridlock. As bad as traffic is, projections say it's going to be worse, with an additional 1 million cars on the road in the next 20 years. The solution is housing, producing more of it, preserving it in the few places where it is affordable, and protecting long-time residents from housing instability and displacement. Experts call it the 3 Ps in housing: production, preservation, protection.
I'm Fred Blackwell. I'm the CEO of the San Francisco Foundation, and I am one part of the three-headed monster that is going to try to wrestle this issue to the ground with you all.
CASA, the committee to house the Bay Area, was convened by MTC. Members of the steering committee include elected officials from around the region, including the mayors of the region's 3 anchor cities: Ed Lee of San Francisco, Sam Liccardo of San Jose, and Libby Schaaf of Oakland. It also includes representatives from organizations related to affordable housing development, business, environmental protection, equity advocacy, and labor. The technical committee is comprised of stakeholders representing small and large jurisdictions, housing and equity advocates, labor, businesses, affordable and market rate housing developers, financing institutions, public transit agencies, regional planning, lawyers, and home ownership interest.
I have never seen our market at such peril as it is today. The growth of technology, while it's been great, has created a void in abilities to create housing to go along with it. And the MTC combination with everybody in this room, I think, is our best avenue to try to fix those issues. What I ask of you is the following. I just spent a week in Washington, D.C., and the word compromise does not exist. There are battles between both parties that are hard to imagine them reaching something in the middle. We need to compromise. Everyone in the room, no matter who you represent, needs to think about the greater good.
You know, the Bay Area has a lot of transportation problems, but we have a housing crisis. And in fact, the housing crisis is at such levels now that it is starting to be one of our bigger transportation problems.
Well, the problem of affordable housing in the Bay Area is daunting. You know, Eden, where I work, we manage 7,500 apartments here in the Bay Area, and we have more than 20,000 people on the waiting lists.
We are placing families all over the region, primarily as far as Sacramento.
I'm actually heartened because it's a room full of people who really care about the issue. I'm also excited because it's being convened by the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and I think you can't look at housing without looking at transportation.
Nobody has ever looked at it from this broad a perspective. So my hope at the end of the day is that we reach consensus on some big picture responses that will really move the needle as far as housing affordability here in the Bay Area.
The committee will consider a wide range of ideas as it seeks agreement on solutions to the region's housing crisis.
There's federal funding that comes to MTC. What part of that federal funding that goes then to other localities could be conditioned upon actually producing some percentage of their affordable housing production targets that most of them are not meeting? It'll take voters in the Bay Area and elected officials being willing to give up some discretion over land use approvals, as well as providing the support, the direct funding support that Alameda, Santa Clara, and San Mateo voters did this fall, which was terrific. So we need the rest of the Bay Area to follow suit. We're going to need several more $1 billion of funding.
We have an opportunity to move forward big solutions, particularly because we know that communities are hurting today. And we know that voters have just come forward to say that housing affordability is their #1 concern.
Through fall 2018, CASA will develop a comprehensive regional housing implementation plan for the 9 Bay Area counties. The plan is expected to include innovative financing strategies, state and local legislation, and recommendations to address the current regulatory environment. with a final report slated for release in late 2018. For more information, visit the CASA project page on MTC's website. In San Francisco, Mark Jones reporting.